and hope you are staying safe and healthy. I'm going to turn it over to Ahmon, and we will get started. Thank you. Namaste.
Ahmon starts, if you don't mind, I would like to just
Oh,
give
I'm
a
sorry.
little background
Thank you.
about him. My colleague and friend, Ahmon Davis, is what I call a meditation guru. He has been practicing meditation for several years now and also is an instructor at the Lou Walker Senior Center, where he's been holding meditation classes for about the past 3 or 4 years. Currently, he is studying to get a master's in, I'm calling it meditation. He can tell you exactly what the master's is in. But I wanted you to understand who is actually holding the class. It is something that he does, and you'll be able to tell just from his demeanor that this is something he's really, really into. So I want to thank him for that, and also just briefly give you some background about how he got into it. Ahmon is actually a registered nurse, and when he was practicing as a nurse, he ran into a lot of people that were having some serious issues, if you will, and mental issues at that, plus others. And he found that meditating really helped them. And that's even from feedback. You know, you think you may be doing the right thing, but when people tell you, then you know you're on the right road. So I want you to know that this was something that he was, if you will, called to do. And he has taken it very seriously. So please, I know you'll get something out of the session today. But without further ado, I would like to turn it over to Ahmon. Let me say this as well. At the end of the session, there will be a poll. So if you would please take a moment, it's only 4 quick questions. If you would answer those questions. And also, we'll open up all of the mics. We're putting everyone on mute right now. So we'll be opening up the mics. And if you have any questions or comments for Ahmon, you'll be able to do those at the end of the session. So now, Ahmon, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Greetings, AARP family. Namaste, as they say. Listen, I love what Carolyn said, and I was a nurse. I turned the chapter in my life book, and so now I'm a meditator, and I saw when I was in the emergency room for 15 years that these people they were having physical challenges and mental challenges, but I'm telling you, it was a spiritual crisis. They had really a lot of emotion, psycho-spiritual issues. I began to meditate myself and found that it was helpful. And during the time that I was meditating, I also connected with a group and went to school, a metaphysical school, Sedona Metaphysical University in Arizona, Sedona, Arizona. So that's my background. Of course, I've been meditating for a longer period of time. I like to take this time and opportunity to thank the AARP of Georgia family for allowing me and all of us to join together and connect during this crisis. And I thank you for that. And I also reach out to my new partner and friend, Miss, I had a block there, Miss Carolyn. Miss Carolyn, she's a wonderful person, and I trust her emphatically. Today we're going to be talking about what we shared last week, and I'm going to bring you up through that into what we're going to deal with this week. Last week, well, not last week, but last Tuesday, we talked about self-talk, And we talked about how we talk to ourselves over 50,000 times in a 24-hour period. And in that, and most of that conversation that we are unaware of is 80% of it goes unnoticed. But even though it's unnoticed, it still influences us. And so when you begin to have dreams that you're not accomplishing and opportunities that pass by, you wonder, what's going on? Is that person, is that situation, is not the right time, I don't have enough money. All of these issues come up, but really the real issue is inside of you. It's inside of you. It has nothing to do with anything outside of you. We live in a thought and universe. And whatever we think, our self-image, how we feel about ourselves and about other people do influence our lives. That's the beginning of it. Today we're going to be talking about mindfulness. And mindfulness is very interesting. I'm going to bring up a book now that I want to share with you that speaks to just what I'm talking about. This book is by Jon Kabat-Zinn, and that's on the left side of your screen. That's Jon Kabat-Zinn, and on the right side, that's his book. But meditation is the goal of meditation is not to control your thoughts, but it's to not let your thoughts control you. That's the goal. If there is a goal in meditation, I think really to get more precise about it, the only goal that meditation is to free your mind from all goals. But it also is, but once you do that, then you find that you open up to in another way to, I call it God within, to the divine presence of God within. It's very freeing. The program that we are given at birth till now is in us, and it influences us. And if we want to not if we want to just not let it control us and to be on automatic, we have to begin to process life and let certain blocked issues go. He has this book, and I'm going to shrink my screen here so I can see it. It says, wherever you go, there you are. And that's an interesting title. What does that mean? Mindfulness meditation in everyday life. Beautiful book. I recommend it. I truly do. What he's saying when he says wherever you go, there you are. He's saying your problems have a tendency to follow you. They unconsciously choose the unique pattern which seems to follow you. So wherever you go, you bring your issues with you. I have a friend who had a brother who was in another state, and the brother was into all kinds of drugs. And so the brother said he wanted to get out of that drug scene and come back and begin to live a better life. So my friend brought his brother down to Georgia with him. And he did well for about a month, but then because of where he was internally, what his self-talk directed him to do, he found the drugs here in Georgia, because drugs are everywhere. So wherever you are, wherever you go, there you are. That's what he means by that. I love that comment. We are going to be talking about mindfulness, and mindfulness, the theme is no more secret self-identities. So when you mindfully look at yourself, you begin to see what you're talking about and what you're feeling about at any given time. Meditation is becoming aware. Aware of what? Aware of the present moment, what you're thinking and feeling at this present moment time. And when you see that, when you have insight into who and what you're being at this present moment in time, then you can make a choice. You can choose to be and do and have what you want in life. That includes a better relationship. The old adage, secrets make you sick, is true. Secrets are your unconscious, below your level of awareness, thoughts and feelings of resentment, blame, hatred, guilt, and shame, just to name a few. Just to name a few, for real. Thoughts and feelings becomes things which show up in your life as dis-ease, which are issues in your tissues. Issues are not outside of you. They are inside your inner space, inside your body. How you think does matter. How you think controls the operation and functioning of every gene in your body, every organ in your body, and everything outside of you as well. So uncovering your subconscious secrets begins with self-observation. And that's what we talked about last week. But I keep saying last week, right? Time is moving. but subconscious secrets begins with self-observation. So you observe what you're thinking and feeling. That's the beginning. Self-observation leads to non-judgmental self-discovery. So you begin to discover what your pattern is, how you are speaking to yourself when you can't hear yourself talking and then automatically reacting. Self-observation leads to non-judgmental self-discovery, which is the definition of mindfulness. The benefit of mindfulness will show up in your relationship with self and others. You will feel more confident and self-controlled, which means more in control of your moods. And it will take less time for you to come back from a setback, especially in these trying times. No more secrets. No more secrets. As we move on, mindfulness, as you can see the screen, this is what we're going to be talking about. We've just discussed, that was an intro to mindfulness. We're going to be dealing with two different meditations, 5 minutes apiece. Like the next time we meet on Saturday, trust me, you're going to be able to do a 20-minute meditation. And some people say, "Oh no, I can't do that," but you can. You can. And when you understand certain principles and you understand the benefit of meditation, you begin to realize that yes, I am not the victim of my thoughts. I'm the victor, and I can begin to choose the thought, choose my feeling, and choose a better thought that serves who and what I am and who and what I want to be. The I am meditation and breath counting meditation. We're going to start with that. If you can look at the picture on the right side, you see the person in the bed, and this person, he's getting up, picking a face out. Which are you going to be? Am I going to be smiling today? Am I going to be angry today? Am I going to be sleepy today? You have that choice. You have that choice to look at yourself and bring in and reframe your position so that your life, your day will flow better. Meditation allows you to have that kind of influence on yourself. Mindfulness is the position of recognizing non-judgmentally how you are living your quality of life so that you can change. The inner sanctuary meditation is a meditation that is so beautiful that I intend to talk to you about as well. So now, let us begin. What I want you to do is to sit comfortably in your chair, feet flat on the floor, hands comfortably in your lap. Slowly, close your eyes, gently. And let us begin to breathe in love, just gently, and breathe out all that's not love. Breathe in peace. Just be gentle with yourself and breathe out all that's not peaceful. And to finally breathe in harmony. And as you fill your lungs with this harmony, however you're mentalizing it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And as you now let it go, let it fill and filter into all 50 trillion cells in your body. Feel that. Trust me, trust yourself. What you imagine actually happens. So as we move into this guided meditation, I want to use the breath meditation to take us into the I am meditation. And I'll guide you through that. So when you breathe in, I want you to think of the body part that I have pointed to you, pointed you at. So as you breathe in, think of your feet and say, I am in your mentally. And then as you breathe out, relax. And as you breathe in again, think about your ankles and say quietly to yourself, I am. And as you breathe out, relax. And as you progress up your body, feel the breath, the in breath, and see your calves and say, I am. And then as you breathe out, relax and feel the body actually, that body part actually relaxing. And as you continue to breathe in, feel your knees. I am. As you breathe out, relax. Feel your thighs. I am. Let them go. Relax. You don't have to hold them in place. The chair is doing a better job than you can. Breathe in through your hips. Relax it. I am. Say to yourself, relaxed. As you breathe in through your abdomen, your stomach, lower belly, I am. Relax. Your lower back, breathe in through your lower back, I am. Then breathe out, relaxed, and feel your body sink into the chair. Feel that. Breathe in through your chest, I am. And then as you breathe out, feel the body relaxed and sink down into the chair. Feel that. Feel your shoulders and arms, upper and lower arms. Feel them. I am. And then feel the relaxation, warm wave moving through your body. Breathe in through your shoulders and neck. I am. Then as you breathe out, feel a wave of relaxation, warmth moving down through your shoulders. Relax, let them go. You don't have to hold you up. Breathe in through your face, lips, cheeks, nose, eyes, ears. Breathe in, I am. Relax them. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in through the top of your head and back of your neck. I am. And then feel the relaxation wave move down through your face, neck, shoulders, hands, arms, waist, feet into Mother Earth so she can cleanse you. Breathe normal at this point in time. Feel the body. Scan your body. Any place in your body, feel the relaxation. Any place in your body. When you breathe in through your heart. And when you breathe out through your heart to any area of your body that's tense. Breathe in love through your heart. And if you feel a need to breathe through your shoulders, breathe that same love through your shoulders. Let the wave of love guide your journey through your body. Let the wave of love create that balanced spot. You choose. As you breathe in love through your heart, and direct that love to each and every part of your body that comes to your mind. You know what to do. Heal yourself, family. That is how you do it. I'm going to let you move and stay in that state of healing and directing that life, love, force of love into each part of your body for 10 seconds before we come back. As we move back into this space-time continuum, and we come back into this realm, as we come back into this realm, I want you to know that you have sent loving healing force to your body, and you have done it. You didn't wait for the outside to do it to you. I want you to smile and slowly open your eyes. How do you feel? All right. We're not going to do the inner sanctuary meditation right now. We're just going to move on. And I want to talk to you about a lot of this information that I have has, in order for us to know about meditation, we have to kind of get some principles into our understanding. If we have principles, if we know why, then we can do the what. You know, and in this country, most of us have this, we always ask why. I've gone to some meditation classes, and when we come in, we just sit down and meditate. Nobody says anything to anybody, and then we leave. That's a different class, a different structure. With, I think, the way that the people in the Western world think, I know how I think, we have to know the why. What's in it for me? So this is why I'm kind of going through the whys and telling you why this and why that and explaining these things because of our particular background. I am, whatever you say after I am, that's why I had you do the I am meditation. Because whatever you say after I am is what you become. I am this, I am that, I'm the other. Whatever you say is what you become. So we said, we gave the order to I am, relax. That was directing our body. We no longer were victims. We became the victor. By choosing the thought, the feeling that we wanted to have in our body, we stepped into our power. We awakened the sleeping giant within us. And the sleeping giant is the thought of the deliberate conscious thought directed in a way that's good for self and others. Once we become aware of that part of us, we can then mindfully reframe our thinking. The process begins with I am this or I am that. You now have the choice. You can be a victim or you can be a victor. I am, whatever you say after I am, is your choice, family. Now, question and answer period. I'm going to ask that all of you, if you will, just show yourselves and begin to and talk to me. If you even if you don't show the picture of yourself, the visual of yourself, but I would like to engage you in the process, in this process in some way, in question and answer. Any questions that you may have, any answers that you may have, because we are all teachers and students. The speaker that speaks these words, I'm not the teacher. We are each teaching and learning from the other. So we are sharing, and I am not the authority. As elders, we are both teachers and students on this life journey. So please give your feedback. It is valued. Thank you.
Okay.
So if we can all join, if you have any questions, I'm not forcing you to say anything, but if you have any questions or any statements that you want to make concerning the meditation practice, if you practice and you have some ideas to bring to the family here today, just please give it to us right now. I know, Hillary, you're speaking, but I can't hear you.
I have a
Yes, and you just put yourself on, let's see, mute, unmute.
2 different mutes.
Okay.
Okay, now
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you
So
very well.
when we are, or when I am taking the breath in, and then I release the breath, should it be a timed? You were saying take your time, but is the inward breath or the external breath longer, or they're the same? I mean, how do you judge that, and how does that,
I understand what you're saying.
the
So
breathing part play?
yes, so initially, there's a whole breathing dynamic uh, that can be taught, but when we're being introduced to it, just the in and out. But what I teach about breathing is that it's 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. The slower you can do it in, and the slower you can do it out. And some people have gotten it down to less than 6 seconds, but everybody's challenged. Some people have challenged. They can barely keep up with, doing it for that long. So, however, what I didn't want to bother you with that right now until we get used to the idea, and then we can do the 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Now, there are many variations of breathing, so that's just one. But there's a whole. They write volumes on how to breathe.
I have a question.
Any other statements? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm good, thank you. I didn't have an opportunity to view your session on Tuesday,
Oh,
so
great.
perhaps I missed this. You spoke about how you are going to, what face you're going to put on when you wake up.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, could see you using these methods as you encounter different circumstances, situations, and be able to change the direction or how you feel. Is that something that you would do using your 6-second method or whatever that might be with breathing? Is that a possibility?
Yeah. I think, let me see if I understand what you're saying. You're saying that throughout the day, you encounter different situations, and while you're encountering those situations, you begin to feel pulled by them to respond in certain ways. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because when you wake up in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how you feel, you may wake up feeling fabulous and you're going to have a great day.
Correct.
And as you get up and get out of the house and get to wherever you're going, that situation or circumstance may change. So
Sure.
you could use this technology or technique in order
Okay.
to sort of redirect how you
Sure.
might be
Yeah.
feeling and how you might respond.
I love that question. It's a good point, and I call it reframing, because that's the next section that we'll be going into, Imagineering, using your imagination to create a different reality, and not letting the happenings on the outside come in and change your mood or change your expression. You can actually be so uh, tapped in to how you're feeling and choose to do a different thing, not be led automatically by the program that you've learned. Some people, they think, well, I'm an angry person, or I'm a this kind of person, and they always act that way because they have been told and have taken on that belief that they are that kind of person. But you are not that kind of person. You are the person that you choose to be at any given time. And if you let a characteristic that's applied to you define you, then you are never in control of your own uh, understanding of what is the best thing to do that serves your highest needs at that particular time. Does that make sense, Elizabeth?
It does. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else? If you have something to share that you can um, that you know, sounds like the law of attraction. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that question, that statement. Yeah, it does sound like the law of attraction, and it is, um, because you do attract. Uh, however, as I said, I am. Whatever you say after I am, whatever self-image you put in your mind after I am, is what you begin to attract to yourself. It jumps right back at you. And then you can look at that and say, oh, no, no, no. But remember, when you point your fingers that way, where's my finger? These fingers are pointed back at you. It's not out there, it's in you. That is the point. Mhm. And I don't know if we're running out of time. I think we kind of are. We're not. We are. We're not. Okay. All right. So, but if there any other, you want to just put some information on the chat line? Okay. Oh, wow. I did something here.
Hi, Ahmon.
Oh, yes.
I have something that it's more really a statement because I do practice meditation, and you're right. There's no like one way of breathing techniques. You do you know, and what makes you feel comfortable. But I loved your messaging and some of the stuff. I wrote it down, like, you know, your issues in your tissues. I mean, I'd never heard that before. And I thought that was really profound. And secrets are in your unconscious.
Yes.
I'd never heard that before. And lastly, it'll take less, and I'd seen this before, but not worded this way. It'll take less time from your setbacks.
Yes.
And there is a famous pastor author in LA who wrote a book on coming back from a setback. I'll have to find that and email you, because he was
Yeah.
probably on one of the guests on Soulful Sundays with Oprah. He has a book on the whole setback, coming back from your setback, and how so that's what touched me, and I wanted to share that with you. And I thought that was, you know, your session today was really awesome.
Oh, very good. I try my best to give an experience of the principles that are being espoused at that time. So hopefully it kind of allows you to experience, because you know what, you really don't learn from information as much as you learn from experience. We live in an experiential world. You can you can learn how to you can go to Harvard University and they can teach you for 4 years how to ride a bike. But until you get on that bike and experience the fall,
Yeah.
you will not know the bike ride.
Yeah.
So we live that way. We live, we learn, actually learn, change. We transmute and transform from our experience, not from any lesson in the book. That's why when you have self-help books, they don't really help you. You learn this book, you'll see this book and say, oh, I got this. And then the next day you'll forget all about it and got to run back to the book. Because it is not transformational. What is
Right.
transformational is the experience, not the dogma, not the words, but the
Mhm.
actual living it, riding a bike.
Yeah.
Let me close now. I think that we've gone to,
I
I
think
have,
Hillary had a question. Hillary
oh,
J.
oh, great. Oh, great. Yes, Hillary. Oh, you,
Thousand mutes here.
okay.
I asked the question, does it always matter if you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or should you try that as the number one way, or does it really matter if you do in and
Yeah.
out your nose?
I teach to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I teach that when you breathe in through your nose and then you just, it's called the Buddha belly. You know, I got in trouble saying that word because it's like Buddha. Because like you see the Buddha sitting sitting in a lotus position, he pushes his stomach out. So that helps to deflate the diaphragm, to inflate, to pull out the diaphragm and give you full oxygenation. Now, full oxygenation, they have a yoga and a meditation that deals with just breathing. And in this breathing, it talks about how you can't really digest your food unless you're getting proper oxygen. Oxygen is a part of every metabolic thing in your body. You cannot, and so what happens is that when you fully inflate your lungs, the diaphragm moves down and your lungs fully open. That is proper oxygenation. And then when you breathe out through your mouth, and as much as you possibly can, and pull your stomach in. Gently pull your stomach in. Don't force it in. I know that was a long one, but
That's okay. Thank you so much, Ahmon.
give
Um,
thanks.
I am going to, there may be a couple of other questions, but I just wanted everyone to know I am launching the poll now. So please, before you leave, if you would complete the poll so that as we move forward, we will better serve you. So if
Uh,
there are any other questions, and I'll leave the poll up for a few minutes, so please do that. And Ahmon, you can continue. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that the poll had been launched.
you know, I love your demeanor, Carolyn. She's so calm and so relaxed. She just comes in and she takes over, and you say, "Go ahead, take over."
It's that meditation and mindfulness, it works.
I love that too. But so but the bottom line is that the next class we're going to have Imagineering, and that I really think that you should join that class because in that class I'm going to be teaching a a meditation that I think can help you, and it's called mental rehearsal meditation. That's what it's called, and it is dynamic. And you do it. Guess when you do it? You do it just before you fall asleep.
Ooh.
And then you allow and you do it, you keep doing it and you keep doing it, and you'll find that you can get to a point where you have lucid dreaming. And I mean, and what lucid dreaming is when you actually can be awake though your body is asleep. I promise you. Well, let me just say it works. Once you're able to be so involved in structuring that aspect of your inner space when you sleep, you can carry it over when you in your so-called waking periods. You can actually orchestrate your day. The day before, you take it in, you look at it from the beginning to the end, and you organize it. A problem that you had with a person, guess what you say to yourself? You reframe the whole conversation. You make the conversation into what you want it to be. You see, family? And if you do that, since we live from the inside out and we create our reality from the inside out, guess what? You'll be creating your next day. Can you feel that? Can you feel that, family? That is what I'm talking about. That is the power that you have. You are all masters. We've mastered limitation, and now it's time to master our unlimited possibilities. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You could feel that passion he had, right?
Yes.
It was coming through.
Ahmon, can you hear me?
Yes.
There was a comment and a I don't know if I think it's a statement from Rashi?
Rocky.
Yeah, I don't know if Rocky is still on.
Yes.
So she could share that.
Okay. This was awesome. Thanks.
Some
That's
great-
She has her mic off and her Zoom off, but maybe she can still hear us. But she has her mic in.
well. I like what
Rock
she
to the
said.
beat. I
like
think
what
I can hear her.
I like what she said. This was awesome. That's all she has to say.
I
Don't
am
say
here.
There she
Great,
is.
thank you.
I am still here.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been, I'm a person where my mind just runs constantly, and was trying to figure out ways of how to get it to shut off when I needed to, and stumbled upon meditation just a few months ago. So I'm newly practicing, but trying to learn it, like you said, through a book or through someone, trying to teach you, was kind of hard for me. But listening to you today and your presentation that you gave, and the way that you allowed us to get into the meditation was pretty helpful. So I was just saying thank you for that piece, because it gave me another way to go into meditation. And it's very good. And you spoke about the meditation, doing it when you're getting ready to fall asleep. I have tried that a few times. I guess if I get consistent, I'll have better outcomes. But
Right.
the one that you talk about before going to sleep is awesome, because I have done it a few times. And now I'll just get on to being more consistent so that I can tweak my meditation to the way that the way it works for me or satisfies me. But I just wanted to say thank you. This was great. Gave me another way to look at it, another way to do it. So I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And let me tell you something. You have to work it in order for it to work.
Like
It's like the bottom line is, you can take an aspirin, and if you take it one time, you say, well, that didn't make me feel better. You have to take it every 4 hours, or however it is advised, in order for it to work. You have to do that. And it will work. I promise you. We are designed not to be worriers. We're designed not to be that. That is not. This is abnormal. This constant chatter is not normal. If you can't sit down and be with yourself, that's not normal. What is normal is for you to know that when you are with yourself, you are actually with the world. You are a master, but in order to master yourself, you can't stop your thoughts, but you can observe your thoughts. And once you recognize that part of you, that aspects of you that is in that observation mode, and you're watching yourself as you're going through that experience, you're not bothered by it. It's not making you move this way and that way, up and down, in and out. That is but the thoughts are still there.
Mhm.
You never lose your thoughts. I mean, the brain is working even when you're asleep. You're still thinking.
Yeah.
I really
So,
like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Everybody gets their different trainings. My niece and nephews, part of their curriculum in elementary school, they had a meditation piece to help them. And I think right now, through all of the crisis that we're dealing with as a world, it is a nice way to, especially we're sheltered in our homes, and you're trying to find some way to find some kind of peace. So it brings that, and I thank you for that. I just know that initially, young. When I was a youngster and thinking about meditation, I had all these different concepts in my head that it may not work for me, or that's not for me until I actually listen to someone. So what you're doing today is just reinforcing all those things that is going to help me during this time and hopefully others. So thank you.
give thanks. Give thanks. Thank
And
you for
yes,
Do
thank
that.
thank you so much, Ahmon. And our time is coming to a close now. Did you have something to say?
Well, I just wanted to take a note that Miss Elizabeth, Miss Jean, these were two individuals, was the very first time they ever did meditation. This was their introduction to it. So hats off. So that's amazing. That's awesome.
Hats off to them, for real.
That has a lot to do with our staying connected and
It does.
collected. And we want to once again really thank AARP for giving
Yes.
us this
Thank
opportunity.
you so much, AARP. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Hillary. You
Right
work.
Namaste.
from the state director, Deborah Tyler
Yes, thank you,
Horton,
Deborah.
and also Hillary Johnson, and of course to our Ms. Are you there?
Yes, she's there.
Kate Sibetta.
Hey,
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you to
dream
everyone.
team. It takes a team to pull this off.
Absolutely,
Amen.
absolutely. So I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you once again for an absolutely wonderful session, Ahmon. You are the man.
Tell us the
So,
next session, Carolyn. What's up next?
yes, tomorrow we will have walking in place. And once again, please understand that the session tomorrow, as with the previous two that I have done, will be for anybody. You do it at your level, your pace, and even if you're in a chair, you can still move those legs and those feet. So please plan to join us tomorrow, 10 a.m., for walking in place.
And Saturday, Amon?
Saturday,
Saturday,
yeah, we're
Ahmad,
going
you
to be
want to
dealing
talk
with,
about your Saturday session?
yes, Saturday we'll deal with Imagineering. And at that point in time, as I said uh, before, we're going to be talking about my favorite meditation, the mental rehearsal meditation. That's when I'm going to bring that, and that should be interesting. And I want to introduce you to another book too. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being You
Oh,
by Joe Dispenza. Bad man.
oh
Whew.
my.
He's cold.
Oh.
He's cold. He's cold-blooded for real.
You're gonna have to email me that.
I will. I'm not gonna even try to find it now because I did it the last time and it flopped.
It's all right. Somebody else had your back. Emily did. She
Oh.
showed it on her phone. Remember, it takes a village.
Takes a village, you're right. She did have my back and I appreciate her.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
Take care.
Yes. Namaste.
Okay, we're
Namaste.
going to
Namaste.
close the session out now. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.